ضبطوا.
Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders, the great millstone, for teaching us to 100% truth according to the Bible, and who rule well. Shalom to all you Akim and you Akwat, those of the hopeful elect that are seeking for salvation. The third woe cometh quickly. And you see the news. Many of you are aware of what's been happening the last 24 hours with Iran retaliating against those small hats. And they're saying Iran shot roughly 180 missiles over to, those small hats. So we're seeing, prophecy take off in full effect. Okay, Revelation 11 and 14 says the second woe is past, meaning the Second World War was fulfilled and it came to pass. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So the Third World War is coming quickly. Now, we do know that there are prophecies that must be fulfilled prior to World War III fully being executed and fulfilled. All right, the climax of World War III will be the nuclear destruction taking place from the nations shooting their missiles on America. But the MOTB and Jacob's Trouble are two major events that must take place. But nevertheless, we are clearly seeing the prophecies that Yahushua spoke to the disciples of privately in the Mount of Olives. As you see here, St. Matthew 24 and 3 says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So the disciples asked Yahushua, what are going to be the signs of his second return and the end of the wicked rulership? Because at the time, the Romans were ruling, all right, which are Edomites, and they're back here, ruling in these times. So the disciples asked, when are these devils going to go down? All right, when is the end of their age, rulership, going to happen? Okay, and when are you going to come back? And verse 4 says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Speaking of the false prophets. So one of the signs would be there's going to be false prophets, men who are going to mislead a lot of Israelites. Now, verse 6 says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. So you're going to hear of wars, actual, proxy wars, airstrikes, economic wars, tariff charges, infiltration, deleting of leaders, right? Top leaders. And by the way, Iran hasn't forgotten about what Trump did, the order he sent out to one of their top leaders. I believe the name was Soleimani. It says, St. Matthew 24 and 6, and ye shall hear of wars. Are we not hearing of wars? We're hearing of wars. And rumors of wars. And we're hearing about rumors of wars. Let's go into the word rumors. It says the sense of hearing, the thing heard, of preaching the gospel, hearsay, report or rumor. One of those hearsays is, which is warlike activity, was when it was rumored that America infiltrated the Nord Stream pipeline that Russia was building to Germany or to Europe. Okay, that was a rumor, as well as different wars and skirmishes taking place, especially between the small hats and the Palestinians. It says, see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So yeah, this is required to come to pass. So we're not troubled by these things. We understand these are the times of events that must take place before the Lord returns, before this devil goes down. Verse 7 says, for nation shall rise against nation. You're going to have race against race in this divided world that we're living in, the most intensifiedly, if that's the word to use, the most intense, divided world that we're ever seeing is now in these times, which is going to lead to a civil war, mainly here in America, nation against nation, and many other types of wars in the civil war is getting ready to happen, okay? But it says in kingdom against kingdom, all right, World War III, nations against nations, kingdom against kingdoms, these countries and leaders who are divided. You got BRICS nation alliances being set up. I believe it's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and other nations that are joining the BRICS. And if I missed one of the countries, forgive me. You have, Russia building alliances with Iran, as well as like North Korea, and a few other, countries, all who have issues with America. America is getting involved with China over Taiwan. America is hated by everyone and continuing to feed the small hats with welfare every month to continue with whatever agenda that the small hats are involved in. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot of the kingdom against the kingdom going on. It says, and there shall be famines. A famine is a shortage or a lack of access to food and water resources. We're seeing that happening. It says in pestilences, diseases, we see that happening, and earthquakes in diverse places. Earthquakes is at all-time high. We see that happening. Verse 8 says, all these things, it's like, all these are the beginning of sorrows. I'm going to read that in the NLT. But all this is only the first of the birth pains with more to come. And as the scripture refers to, these prophecies are like a woman bringing forth a child. Let me bring that out, and I'll close out on it. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it, searching it this way. I believe it's in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Here we go. The Wadi Yahweh Shem Shai. Second Ezra 16 and 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And we read about some of those plagues. Diseases, the sword, war, and ultimately the nuclear missiles, right, is likened to a plague. So all this is drawing very close. It says, verse 38, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So as a woman that's pregnant and is about to birth a child, as it gets closer to, that final trimester when the child is about to be born, the pain gets more intense. It intensifies, and it doesn't slack. Showing you that the child is about to be delivered, a big one. It says, verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. So you see the birth pains taking place. It says, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Are we not seeing these things? Okay. The world is mourning. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked, and when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. It's a lot of hell. It's a lot of oppression, destruction, hardships taking place because the wicked is ruling. And evils are increasing, but violence is being is also being displayed as well, because we are clearly seeing great birth pains taking place. Verse 40 says, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils, meaning bad times, be as pilgrims upon the earth. Pilgrims are constantly moving to attain their ultimate goal, which is to make it to the Holy Land, Okay, so we got to be like pilgrims and not get comfortable in this place. This is not our rest. So, with this whole, retaliation of Iran, to the small hats, this is another part of prophecy. Scriptures say the least shall draw them out. The small hats are going to continue to bully and antagonize these other nations. Okay, and eventually America is going to be drawn into it. Okay, which is all playing right into prophecy. Okay, so but the MOTB must be mandated before World War III fully kicks off. But we are definitely seeing great birth pains. All praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.